All right. Today is the final day. We'll be calling somebody to win some tickets to see Metallica tomorrow night at the Sunset Drive-In or the Highway Drive-In, SLO and Santa Maria. Both shows, you get some downloads of their new album.
It's a Santa Maria Drive-In. That's the only one we have left.
Oh, that's right. We gave away all the Sunset ones, didn't we? Because the guy called back yesterday.
Yeah, he said, I want to switch it to the Sunset.
Okay, so we just have Santa Maria.
Yeah.
But the show's taking place at both places, and you can still buy tickets for both places. KZOZ.com. Click
Can you
on
still buy
the
tickets?
Metallica show.
Really? I'm surprised.
I haven't heard anything that it's sold out. So the only thing I got was rules. They wanted us to tell everybody, don't bring any guns, alcohol, or drugs. That's what you're not supposed to bring. You can bring up to 6 people in your car.
Do they have the same warnings for Garth Brooks and Blake Austin and...
who's Blake Austin?
I don't know what the guy's name is.
Blake Austin? That sounds like a country singer. I don't know him.
Blake, the guy that's on the show. The sound like you know.
Exactly. That's why we're doing this.
Let me toil in the wind over here. You got the guy that's on The Voice.
Yeah.
He came to the fair.
You sure it's Blake?
A few times.
It's not Blake Shelton. He's not. He didn't come. He didn't do a show.
Yes, he did. He did a drive-in. That's who I'm talking about.
Oh, it was? It was Blake Shelton?
He did a drive-in show with his girlfriend or wife. The girl from No Doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
You want to try to figure out her name?
Do they have the same warnings for them?
I'm sure they have the rules are the same for every show. You can't bring in drugs, alcohol, or guns.
But do they stress it like they're stressing it with Metallica?
I don't know, because I wasn't here. I think those shows happened when I was gone. But yeah, I feel like, are you trying to say you think Metallica fans are getting judged?
They're getting a bad rap. Always bring guns.
Is this systemic judgism?
Drugs, or
is that what this is?
Or alcohol?
Is this a systemic metalism?
I don't know. I'm just saying that, like, I just think they're being unfairly judged because it seems like you've placed quite an emphasis on this over the last several days. And I'm guessing it's a directive from your superiors to do so.
No, nobody's directed me to do anything.
Oh,
they gave us the rules. They said, hey, if you could tell everybody where to find these rules.
So it's on you.
Yeah, there's other rules I'm not talking about, just the drugs, alcohol, and guns.
What are some of the other rules?
Hey, I don't want anybody to make us look bad, all right? You know what? Here's the thing, so
it is you that's stereotyping. You're stereotyping Metallica fans.
You vouch for somebody, and you don't want to vouch for somebody who's going to embarrass you. I don't want anybody to go there and embarrass us. Oh, that's one of those KZOZ winners.
Don't make us look bad, is what Jeremy's saying.
Please don't.
What are some of the other rules that you speak of?
Oh,
because you're only stressing one set of rules, and I find that odd. What are the areas that
here they are,
that you don't stereotype Metallica fans as?
Okay, let's see. Prepare before you go. Let's see here. General rules. All right.
Is that in bold type? Because I know how you usually consume the information.
All guests must have a seatbelt. I didn't think I needed to bring that up. I wasn't feeling that was an important thing to pass.
So you don't stereotype Metallica fans as
people that aren't
reckless in riding in cars?
No, I think they're not reckless. Parking is based on a first-come, first-served basis. I didn't think I need to bring that up. That's pretty obvious, right?
You think the
common sense?
You think the Metallica fans prepare to park and not have arguments or altercations over the parking spot?
Well, you got to follow the speed limits. Now, I probably should bring that up, all right? They have posted speed limits at the drive-in. You can't just go flying around and burning out in your 78,
Okay, now here you are stereotyping again.
Mustang,
I will say this.
Corvette.
Every time I hear a Metallica song, it does make me want to drive faster. So
yeah,
I
of
think
course
that
it does.
is a very important rule to stress.
The staff there has the right to move a car as needed, so just be flexible. This is the new normal. And you have to abide by all the theater rules and policies. I don't have those.
What are the odds? What are the odds that we get a phone call on Monday morning and be like, dude, I went to the drive-in. It was BS, man. They made me move my car from where it was parked.
Yeah.
It could happen. That's happened. Stuff like that has
no
happened.
No refunds, by the way, and shows will go on even if it rains. Is it possibly going to rain on Saturday? I don't think so. I think we're through that, right? I don't think there's any forecast in San Luis Obispo or Santa Maria calling for rain on Saturday night. No. So you're good. Oh, there was something else in here that was kind of important. I thought, you need to be paying attention. Oh, headlights must be turned off when facing the screen. Headlights should never be turned on when a drive-in, okay? I realize some of the new cars have driving lights, but those usually aren't as intrusive as headlights. Turn it to your parking lights and drive in that way, all right?
What if your
Especially if it's dark.
What if your car has an automatic setting? Every time you turn on the car, the headlights come on.
You can turn that to the off position, to the manual position.
Yeah, but I don't like to do that because then I forget to turn on my lights.
Well, I know. But, just be courteous of other people, man. And people are stressed out right now, man.
But I don't even realize. There's no turning on or off of the headlights. They just automatically come on. My wife turns them off sometimes, and it drives me insane.
Mm-hmm. By the way, you can find all these rules, plus there's many other things here, that you might need to know for the show, because this is a new thing. We haven't done these before, to watch a concert at a drive-in. You can go to kzoz.com, click on the Metallica link there at the top of the page. The ride, the text line.
See, now I feel like you're being fair now to Metallica fans, and I feel like you're no longer stereotyping them for the
they're all going to bring their own drugs and alcohol, but here's the thing.
That you think that they are.
Don't be stupid with it, all right? Nobody, the rule is don't bring it, but I mean, come on. I break rules all the time. Everybody does. So just be smart with it, all right? Not telling you to break the rules. I'm just saying, be smart with it.
And if you're going to do that, make sure you wear your seatbelts.
8:20, final shot to win. It's the Highway Drive-In Santa Maria for the KZOZ ride.
And obey the speed
text
limit.
line.
Whoa! Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Jeff and Jeremy here online, KZOZ.com. The podcast, Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. Search for that on your podcast player. We're on YouTube now. We had a bunch of new people. What do we have? 22 new people signed up in like 15 minutes yesterday. When we announced that we're on YouTube now, the podcast anyway. So if YouTube's your thing,
subscribe and hit the bell.
Yeah, the bell's in the right-hand corner, and then that way you'll get a notification. All right, but that way the podcast is delivered right to you every day. You don't have to search for it. But it's also available through our social media at Jeff and Jeremy and at KZOZ.com.
That bell.
Now, there's a new trend going around called the Digital Detox. Can you kind of figure out what that is, the Digital Detox?
Yeah, I think I've subscribed.
48-hour detox, no devices. There's a company out there. It's a satellite internet company based out of Salt Lake City who was willing to pay somebody $1,000 to do a digital detox. All you have to do is spend 48 hours living in an RV parked at a U.S. national park with no internet or phone service. Piece of cake, right? Like, you put me somewhere there's no Wi-Fi or internet or cell service.
Yeah.
I'll never look at the damn thing.
I'm fine with that.
Used to be one of my favorite things.
They'll pay somebody to do this?
Yeah, it's $1,000.
How much are they paying?
$1,000.
I'd do it for $1,000.
Yeah, when the 48 hours is up, the winner will be provided an internet hotspot so they can post about the fact that they won $1,000. Applicants must be at least 25 years of age, and a winner will be selected on September the 23rd. Should I share this? I think I'm going to share this link so people can do it. I mean, this is fun. I would do this.
Yeah, but then you have to write about it afterwards.
No, it's just a quick blog. How hard is that? Why are you being lazy? Why is everybody so damn lazy? Quit being lazy.
No, it's not that. It's counterproductive to what the message is. The message is, get out and get rid of your devices. But then, when you've done it for 2 hours, please promote our products by talking about how you did it for 2 hours. And for 2 days.
Let me ask you a question.
So really,
we don't get paid $1,000 a day to do this show. But if I said, all right, here's new format for the show. All right. I know you don't really care about talking about this and you're going to have to promote something, but can you talk about something for 5 minutes? I'll give you $1,000. Yeah, there's no way you're turning that down.
No. That's true. And it would not take long to write up the post. But what I'm saying is it's like get out and enjoy nature, but then read about other people's adventures. Once you come back from nature, it's counterproductive.
I have, I was thinking about doing one of these full time for 30 days, like not looking at any devices, but it's impossible.
With your job. Well, yeah.
But I would like to make it, I wanted to do it because I wanted to try to do this job without having to rely on the news and events that are happening. And I thought, it could make the show really fun and different. And it could also, maybe I wouldn't be so angry all the time.
Should we do a no internet day?
But I don't think that's the issue. So what I decided to do instead is I just went to my news feed on Facebook and I unfollowed everything that had anything to do with passing along local news, national news, or all these gun right organizations I belong to. I'm just kidding. I don't belong to any gun right organizations.
Says the guy who tells you not to take guns to
so
the
instead,
Metallica concert.
What I look at is the 90s Washington State University Coug alumni page. And so if you went to school there in the 90s, people post stuff. So here's a question. What percentage of your non-worker clothes have the Washington State University Cougar logo on it? Trying to figure out, and then people will respond. Like, that's the kind of stuff I'm going to look at on social media now.
What percentage?
Sounds pretty boring.
What percentage?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe, God, I don't have a lot of clothes, so maybe 5%.
Mine was up there for a while, and now it's gone down to nothing.
I mean, I have probably, I don't know, 6 pairs of shorts. I have 6 jackets. I have probably 15 to 20 shirts. But, yeah, that's not that many. Let's see here. What else? A lot of dirty jokes. I belong to a lot of private dirty jokes groups. Do you belong to any of these?
Definitely not the Dirty Jokes group.
Some of it's really inappropriate and funny, but sometimes they can put political stuff on there too. So you got to watch out for that. Sorry, Hovde, you're gone. I love watching you, but I'm 30 days. Unfollow Dave Hovde. Let's see here. What else? Is there anybody you want to unfollow while we're doing this?
No, I don't care. I'm not like, if I followed you, I'm not following you
because you never look at it. Where do you get your news, Jeff? If you don't get it from social media, you don't actually watch the TV, do you? See, but then
I do this thing called the Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning Show, and it's 4 hours of nothing but people telling me about things in their life, and that's what my source is, and my wife. My wife is a
look at this
source.
Here we go. Our friend. I'm just going to say his name is Jeff. It's not you, but one of our friends, Jeff, very politically motivated post. A lot of times he's a screaming liberal. And it says right here, you can snooze
that's
Jeff.
Not fair.
You can snooze Jeff for 30 days.
That's not fair because
he's gone for 30 days.
Because if you do that, then you're not open to all messaging. You're only
No, I'm closing off all messaging. No, you don't understand. I'm not doing this one way or the other. I'm not being biased. Everybody, whether if you put anything political on, you're gone. You're getting snoozed for 30 days.
Dirty jokes? Dirty jokes
usually isn't about political stuff. If it is, I'll scroll past it. Mm-hmm.
But you're going to stay on that dirty jokes one, right?
Fox News, snooze for 30 days. Gone. Uh-huh. Let's see. That's my aunt. Ooh, she's very liberal, so I'm going to snooze her. And this isn't just about the liberals, by the way. I just happen to have a lot of liberal people in my life. And let's see here. Oh, there's Matt. Okay. Oh, here's my buddy that posts pictures of his fish. See, I want to see that. That makes me happy. Anyways, what are you snoozing on social media? What are you? I do the snooze. Can we do this hashtag the snooze pledge? What are you willing to snooze for 30 days? And yes, we know the Jeff and Jeremy show is on the top of your list, but you can tell us that anyways.
You can
or you could just move on to number 2.
If you have a clock radio, you can snooze us too.
Wake up. Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Final day of Metallica. The tickets are for the Santa Maria Highway Drive-In. We are sold out. We've given away all the Sunset Drive-In, but we do have a car pass, which is up to 6 people in. 8:20, we're going to call our final person. You still have a shot. Get in right now. Text the word RIDE, R-I-D-E. If you've done it before, do it again. 805-543-3693.
You remember my dog Rainier?
Yeah, of course.
He
was like my dog. I mean, I think a lot of people adopted him. He was a great dog.
Yeah, he's a really good dog.
I mean,
he went with the flow, man. Whoever he was hanging out with was
my wife fell in love with that dog. She spent a lot of time watching him.
I had an ex-girlfriend that watched him for a long period of time. My folks, I mean, he was a good dog. Loved to drink beer. Oh my God, that dog loved to drink beer.
Well, his name was Rainier.
You could not set your beer down.
Did you name him after the mountain or the beer?
I named him after the mountain because when he was a puppy, he tried to climb up a hill that he couldn't make it, and he kept falling down and rolling down the hill. And I was like, oh, he's a little mountain climber. Maybe I'll call him Rainier, and that's why I called him Rainier. But then it did have dual connotation. I can't lie. I mean, I think I was 20 when I got him, so
yeah,
I was heavy into Rainier beer. And, you know, it probably served dual purpose, you know, but that was the story. But if you left your beer on the ground, forget about it, man. You'd knock it over and then lick it up. It was so bad, man. I was like,
I remember watching
he would
him
knock
do
it over off the table and lick it up. He just loved beer. Bush made a broth-based beer for dogs. Okay. They have a new product. It's called Dog Brews. And they made these drinks so dog owners can have a cold one with their friend, their best friend.
Best
friend, man's best friend. Is this something that on the next time that we do a happy hour or something like that, do you think you'll buy for George and he can sit there with you? And
no, he doesn't know the difference. If you never give a dog something, they don't know. So he'll just drink water. But it's funny because.
But what if this is good? Now listen to this.
He would probably like it because every time we go to eat dinner, every time we go to eat dinner, he goes in the kitchen on his mat and he scratches next to it because he wants water. It's like, oh, you guys get to eat, but I don't. Yeah. So it's like in his mind,
it is like having kids.
It doesn't matter. It's like as soon as we do something, we're all comfortable. We're in the living room. We're at our TV show on. We're going to watch and we're going to eat. And then all of a sudden you hear the scratching. I'm like, oh, come on, George. And then he gets real violent and he'll start throwing his bowl around.
I can't eat anything on my own at all. Without, like, if I eat anything, like kids come walking around the corner. What are you eating?
Can I have some?
How come you get that and I don't get that? I'm like, hey, because I'm just hungry, okay? This beer is got bone-in pork butt, whole corn, celery, basil, mint, turmeric, and ginger in broth form.
Sounds like a lot of good stuff.
It does, kind of. 4-packs sold online for, guess the price.
A 4-pack of this dog stuff online, $4, $1 a can. More?
Come on. You got people buying specialized beer for their dogs. $10 while supplies last.
Really?
That seems like a lot.
Yeah.
I would just give my dog water.
Well, just give him water. That's all he needs.
But they're donating $1 from each sale to the Best Friends Animal Society, up to $50,000.
So we give our dog CBDs.
I mean, Bush is a huge corporation. $50,000, really.
Right. We give our dog CBDs. It's supposed to be really good. In the short term, they've done these studies. They actually make CBD oil for pets, and then he gets it in a can of wet dog food, which is usually duck or salmon. And he just loves it. And so, but I'm not going to get him a beer.
But there's no beer in it.
No, I know, but that's what you're saying. It's a dog brew.
They call it beer broth, but it's not really even beer. It just looks like a can. It's broth in a can.
It comes in a beer can?
Yeah, that they sell for $10. Like, what if you went out and just got beef broth, like Progresso beef broth for your dog? It would probably be like 59 cents a can.
Yeah, but they actually make this for dogs, so it's actually good for dogs. It means, some of the things you said in there, the vitamins, I mean, that totally makes sense. So it's probably not that big a deal, and it's not that bad. It's actually, but yeah, water is, I think, pretty much okay. I think, yeah, and it's a lot cheaper. It's still free for now.
My dog once drank 151 in Coke. I thought he was going to die.
Oh, I had a friend who used to put vodka in, water bottles, like the ones you buy at the store, like, the plastic ones you throw away.
You had an alcoholic friend.
And I don't know why he put vodka in the water bottles, but I guess he was taking it camping.
He was hiding his alcohol addiction.
And it got brought back from a weekend trip and set in the kitchen, and his girlfriend ended up putting it in his dog dish, and the dog drank it. It was a lab. I don't know if labs will just drink it. I mean, vodka's, I would imagine the dog would come down with their sensitive nose and senses.
Have you ever tasted
they would
dog
just
food?
Smell that and run away from it.
Have you ever tasted dog food?
No.
That's a good trick to try at home. Put some vodka in front of your dog. See what it does.
Vodka? No. Are you trying to get me killed? My wife would kill me if she found out I did that. She'll kill you for bringing it up.
But if you put it in their dish, they probably just assume it's water and they drink at it. And they're like, oh, the water's tasting a little weird.
Yeah,
today.
but they have an ultra sensitive nose.
They don't taste that. But they don't taste that good because obviously dog food tastes horrible.
It's very bland.
Yeah, I mean, there's no taste to it. It's just food. It's just nutrition. That's all it is.
I guess I have tasted it because it is very bland.
Yeah. Sometimes, man, you get like, remember Kibbles and Bits? The little
the soft ones?
The little things that look like worms in those? Man, you can't, those look good for a kid, man.
Ever wonder what it's like to work with Jeff and Jeremy?
Why are you so cranky?
It's early. Let's be real with people.
Let's
okay?
be real.
Work with them at home on demand by subscribing to Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning, wherever you get your podcasts. All the benefits of working with them, with none of the smell. Oh, somebody light a match. Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning on 93.3 KZOZ.